All right, I got two of the hottest swing trainers right here, the lag shot and the orange whip. I'm gonna try them out and see which one's the best. So if you play golf and you've seen swing trainers, most likely you've seen both of these, the orange whip and the lag shot. We got two very bendy clubs like this. Obviously the orange whip is very whippy and the lag shot again is very flexible, but the main difference here is the lag shot's got a club head and the orange whip's got this orange ball on the end. I'm gonna try out both these swing trainers and see which one you should get for your game. All right, so first I'm gonna try out the orange whip. And like I was saying, we have this orange ball thing on the end, and this thing is very whippy like this, very bendy. So I think this is really meant for a nice warm up, getting that back loose and working on that tempo. To be able to swing this thing nice and smooth like this, working on that tempo, you know, first impressions here, it's a pretty whippy shaft. It's a lot heavier than a normal club, but the end obviously is very flimsy. So when I'm swinging like this, I feel like the ball is almost gonna touch the ground on the other side, which is interesting. But I would say if you keep a good tempo and you're able to swing this thing smooth, and then you transition to a normal club, I think that would be helpful. Let me try to swing this hard and see what happens. So if you swing it hard, I'm actually afraid it's gonna nail me in the back of the head, so I'm not gonna do that. So it's really gonna teach you to swing nice and smooth. It'll get that back loose, you know, before you go out and play. Obviously, like I said, there's no club head on here, but I'm gonna just grab a wedge right here, and we're just gonna hit one, and don't really worry about the numbers, but I'm just gonna see. Yeah, it really transitions into you a nice tempo. I wish you could almost swing and hit something with the orange whip, but that's kind of where this lag shot comes into play. If we're looking at the lag shot, we have the 7-iron right here. And again, very whippy shaft, bendy, not as bendy as the orange whip, but definitely heavier. But it's cool because you have a club face on the end of it, so you can actually go up and hit it. So I'm gonna hit some practice swings, take some practice swings before. And it's not as long as the orange whip. It feels more like a club. It's definitely a lot heavier than a normal club, but what I've read about the lag shot is you're gonna start hitting it and it's gonna go right. Just because when you load the club like this, it's gonna be stuck, the face is gonna be open, it's gonna go right. It's gonna teach you to load it correctly, keep the face square, and release the club through impact. And what they say is once you're able to hit the lag shot straight, off the ground, and then you transition to your normal club, you'll hit a nice little tight draw. So I'm gonna hit the lag shot 7-iron a couple times. Again, I'm just gonna try to keep that tempo, see what happens, and then I'm gonna transition to my normal 7-iron. Then I'm gonna show you some other cool stuff with the lag shot, because there's not just a 7-iron, there's a driver and a wedge. So I'm gonna try that out after this. So nice and smooth. Again, not really worrying about where it's going. That went straight though, so felt pretty good. They say you're supposed to swing at about 80%. That's what I'm doing. Gonna hit one more, then I'm gonna transition to my normal 7-iron and then give you feedback on, you know, if I think it's gonna help me with that. See, I sped up the tempo a little bit there and went a little bit to the right. So let me grab my actual 7-iron and then I'm gonna compare it to this. Then I'm gonna show you the driver and the wedge because they're pretty cool. All right, so I swapped out the 7-iron for my 7-iron. So I'm gonna hit a couple shots here, let you know what I feel. So obviously the other one, the lag shot, was very heavy. Picking up my club here, pretty light. I'm gonna try to maintain that same tempo that I had with the lag shot with my actual 7-iron. That's what they say to do. So I'm gonna let you know. It should help with contact also if I'm able to hit the lag shot pretty square. Just hit my 7-iron nice and smooth, not trying to do anything crazy. A little heavy, let's hit one more. Again, it's mainly a tempo aid, especially if you're having a slice too. If you're able to not hit a slice with the lag shot and then you come over to the normal 7-iron, you're gonna hit a little draw, which is pretty cool. There we go. Nice and straight there. So if we're comparing directly the orange whip to the lag shot 7-iron here, I would say just the fact that this 7-iron actually has a club head on it compared to this. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is okay just to swing around, but you can actually swing around with this and hit a ball at the range. So I think this is a winner, clear winner, according to, you know, just comparing them head to head. But also, like I was mentioning, not only do we have a 7-iron with a lag shot, we have a 54-degree wedge, and then, which is really cool, we have a lag shot driver. I'm gonna hit both these for you too. So again, the same concepts, right, as the 7-iron. They're both very bendy. I have the driver right here. Take a look at this. Very bendy, heavy, right? It's gonna focus on that tempo, make sure you're hitting it nice and smooth. Let's hit the driver now. I'm gonna show you how it works, and then I'm gonna hit a couple with my actual driver, and then kind of tell you what I feel. All right, so I got the lag shot driver right here. Again, similar to the 7-iron, feels like a club, just very heavy and very whippy. I hit a couple shots here. It's not too bad. A little draw, a little off the toe. Let's hit one more here. Then I'm gonna transition to my actual driver, because if you're struggling, hitting it right, slicing, or just not hitting it straight in general, I mean, these are great tools to just have. Obviously, you're not gonna hit with them every single day, but even if you were to warm up at the range with them, I think they're a great tool to dial in that tempo especially. Okay, little hook draw with this, that's okay. For me, I'm struggling with a slice with my driver, so let's try it out. Let's hit my driver here. Feels very light, extremely light, like a feather. So let's try it. The thing is not to swing out of your shoes once it feels light. You wanna stay that same tempo. Yeah. Again, that wasn't a full swing with this driver, just trying to ease back into it. Now let's give one full power. Still good tempo. You can still have good tempo and swing hard. There's a difference, so let's do one more. Oh yeah. That was very, very good contact. So, I don't know. I really, really like the lag shots. I like them so much that they sent me these, and you guys can get 15% off the lag shots with the link in the description. Special for you guys, can't find it anywhere else. 15% off. I would recommend trying them out. They sell them as a set with all three, just a 7-iron, but if you use that link, you get 15% off. I like these. I always keep the 7-iron in my bag before I go out to the range, so check them out. I highly, highly recommend these. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one.